And now, your reigning, defending, greatest wrestling podcast of all time. This is Let Me Book the Territory, the podcast for smart marks and nostalgia nerds. Featuring A-Dub.
On site, and it's on site.
B.A.
How can the heel heal off on the heel when the heel is healing?
And E-Ray.
No wrestling moves. Just hands. Just hands.
Powered by the Embrace the Turn Up Network. In partnership with the Inaudible Ruckus Podcast.
Welcome to the madness here. Ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls, children of the new era, let me welcome you to another episode of the greatest wrestling podcast of all time. It is I, E-Ray, the quasi-bad guy, the Diet Coke of Evil, the Final Fast, Ramadan Rocky, here for one last time before I go away, just like the final boss did. Guys, I'm going away, but I'll be back. And we are here once more, the most authentically absurd wrestling podcast of all time. I am nothing without my brothers, so let me introduce to you CVS's own. He will always walk into your house and put in his PIN code before he takes things from you, because he thinks everything's a CVS. And he will just go rummaging through your house. This is a thing. I know it for a fact. I know it to be true. This is
can I let you know something? You don't have any aisle 7 in your house. What the hell, man? what the hell? It's your boy A-Dub.
Sorry.
As he said, absurdly accurate, or whatever the fuck E-Ray just said. The pod god, the pod tribal chief, if you will. Today I'm the Dub of Anarchy, the man of many mayhems. I don't know. I'm anybody but that show except for Juice, because he was snitching and tried to kill himself.
Juicy boy. And he got So, Fabulous Mania weekend. E-Ray, thank you for the hospitality, my brother. And again, you need to get an aisle 9 in there. You know, I went all looking around, me and the dogs, and no one told me there was no aisle 9 or 7. So, we'll struggle over here. Dub tried to fight my dogs, then he tried to love my dogs, and then he tried to steal my dogs. It's all about my dogs. The funny part is
I'm allergic to dogs.
Couldn't tell. But speaking of which, another one of the dogs, for all the dogs, the meat sauce menace himself, the inheritor of all things meat and sauce. I'm talking about the jet life man with a wife, B.A. Bigelow. What's going on, Brody?
E-Ray, Dub, my brothers, going good, man. And thank you for the hospitality to follow up on Dub. Great time at Casa de la E-Ray. But yes,
so right on my brain. That's crazy.
You already know what it is, though. B-A-D-V-I-C, a.k.a. Black IRS, a.k.a. the B for the motherfucking B.A. Bigelow, a.k.a. Bruv. So, yeah, Bruvs. What's happening?
Okay. Bruv. So, one request. If you're gonna do the bruv, you got to be just as animated and excited as that man. You can.
Bruv.
Listen, come on, bruv. You know it's me, bruv.
Bruv, such a weekend, bruv. We had so many graps, bruv.
There we go.
Bruv.
Now more graps, bruv. E-Ray, let's get to the graps, bruv.
Now go home and smoke some more crack.
That's how I ended the weekend. But to start the weekend,
you were looking slimmer,
ladies
so
and gentlemen,
that checks out.
Quick recap of all recaps. Let me let you know real quickly here. The gentleman came to town. Texas was lit with Let Me Book energy. It was a whole thing. I posted some of the videos of the pre-game shenanigans. And guys, we really did it. There was brunching There was cooking. There was what are the other things that there were?
Sightseeing.
Arts District.
There was
Doug
no
was
sights.
choosing.
It was shenanigans. It was sexually transmitted ghosts. It was everything that you could ask for, plus the graps.
Dan
Man, no, not. Never mind. It doesn't matter. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. The gentlemen are back from Texas. Can I ask? Dub hadn't been to Texas since like he was sperm or something. So, and BA, I don't know if you've ever been to Texas. How was your trip? Let the people know. Give them a little bit of a taste of your thoughts. BA, you can lead us off.
Yeah, this is my second time in Texas. First time actually staying in Dallas. I missed a flight in Dallas in the past. That's a whole Patreon exclusive story to tell you about that evening. Did not stay in the airport, and that's all I will say. But anyways, yeah, great time. Good eats. E-Ray showed off some of his chef work that he talks about throughout these different podcasts that he's on. It is worth the price of admission.
Man of many talents.
Yes, he is. The weather overall surprised me a little bit. The amount of wind, that was interesting. But outside of that, man, Dallas is a cool city. I see why people are loving Texas so much. And yeah, looking forward to coming back, man, in the future. Bring the fam down so they can experience.
Yeah, I think it's definitely, it has its pockets of everything. You can get some of the shenanigans. You can get some family time. You can get like the big put over, whatever. Pretty much anything you want is within about 40 minutes away. 40 minutes to an hour. That's kind of the limit. Just be ready to drive, right?
And wealth. So much wealth.
Oh yeah, so much wealth.
So
BA
much
was
wealth.
like, I'm home. Fendi bags, Gucci belts, Maserati.
I saw a little kid with a Gucci backpack on, like the equivalent of what my children have. It costs about $20. I was nauseous, but
BA
intrigued.
went to Frisco and was.
Oh, yeah, Dad. Let's do it.
It was crazy. Dub, any insight into the weekend?
So yes, well, before I start about the weekend, let me tell you about my first trip to Texas. I was about 7 years old. Grandma lived in Bryan, Texas, which is right next to College Station, where Texas A&M is. And when I tell you, that's when I learned what really poor looks like. Oh, it's like that joke that Nick Aldis / Steve Harvey or somebody tells about when you cross Martin Luther King Boulevard, you can tell niggas live there.
Oh yeah,
supports niggas in the world. So I say that to say, staying in your palatial estate and seeing the very niceness of Dallas, I was like, this is a different part of Texas. God damn. And trust me, Dub was down there choosing. Oh, yes. Troy. I definitely had to leave when I did, or I definitely would have been canceling a flight.
Dub was eyeballing all the melanated beauties and was like,
how long?
I forgot what I was
missing. I think E-Ray would let me stay here for a couple more days until I find a girl to take me in. Because they like Northern cool niggas.
Almost got converted.
Like he was a stray dog. Yeah. He said take
just
you
start,
in.
Just be a fast talking city slicker from the north. Oh yes, some girl will take me in. What?
Fast talking city slicker from the north.
Like it's 1945.
I seen Hallmark movies. I know how this shit work.
Like he's Nino Brown or something.
Right.
Fast
talking Martin Lawrence in life.
Baby. Well, Dub,
Joe Cornbread.
I appreciate you putting over the palatial estate, and I appreciate you for telling us about Bryan, Texas. But
fuck your story.
And now we're moving right along
by choice
into the weekend. This Wrestlemania weekend really hit hard, and can I say, for all intents and purposes, we were here. We got together and we watched all the graps. So where would y'all like to start? I
want to start with the simple question of, is this the best Mania ever? Because it's been thrown out there. Triple H said it, by the numbers and everything.
Quantifiably.
He saw, yes.
Perhaps.
A few other people I asked, they said it was. I want to ask you guys, BA, is this the best WrestleMania ever?
I look at WrestleManias in two ways. I look at it like before Christ, after Christ. Shout out to the Christians out there. So the first side, like before Christ, would be like my
and AV.
Yeah.
Aren't they all AV though?
So the first half of I look at my childhood
DV.
WrestleManias,
And not that one.
I don't even know where you guys are going.
I got you.
Yeah.
Not that.
Pizza again? No, not that.
Chicken again?
I didn't know DA was okay.
Nope.
But
Continue.
yeah, that's continuing.
Smooth.
So it's first half is WrestleMania as a childhood WrestleManias, and then adult WrestleManias. I say this is absolutely without question the dopest adult WrestleMania I've seen. Can't even hold a candle. Like number 2 is very far away from this one. And then as far as if it were to compete with anything from childhood, I think it could. I think it's a fair question. Like my favorite one growing up was WrestleMania 12. Even though Brett lost, but it was just such a dope ass match, and I was such a mark and being mad that Brett lost that night. It really sticks with me, so it's up there. It's definitely up there as far as that one. But the nostalgia is so powerful.
Right, well, BA's playing politician. So E-Ray, best WrestleMania ever.
That's what I do, man.
There was great WrestleManias on both sides. What the fuck are you talking about? That shit is the greatest. The greatest.
I don't want to.
So I'll put it this way. Again, everybody who listens to this pod knows that I'm not the historian. I'm not the guy. I am probably the most hyperbolic, and I live in the moment. But with that being said, in the moment, and I went to WrestleMania Texas, there was some highs, but there was definitely some lows. I think this is probably the most consistent WrestleMania throughout. Both nights, no like fuck shit, no like fuckery, excuse me. We already passed the 5-minute mark, so we still can be monetized. Yeah. But just thinking about it, all in all, I think it had some like very little mid, almost no filler. And then the highs were, as Dub likes to always remind us, BA ceiling level high, which means like
touching the stars,
infinity. Yeah, you can't even reach it. The spiders in the corner of those ceilings are in orbit. That's how high those ceilings
alien
are.
spiders.
I can't even stop them. It is quite ridiculous.
Yeah. It's one of those things where you just have to
low-key hate it.
Like, I'm trying to think, even some of my favorite WrestleManias has such like highs, but the lows were so low that, and again, between two nights, it's almost like I would say some of my favorite WrestleManias probably remind me of some of those double discs that never should have been double discs, like Nas Street Disciple or something like, or even Jay-Z Blueprint 2, The Gift and the Curse. Like it's a lot of that. So it's like, man, if I just take away this shit is incredible. But you don't take away this. This for me was more like Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, which solid throughout the whole project. No skippable lows to me. Some really good highs, and then overall extremely cohesive. That's how I'd explain this WrestleMania, and I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed the reaction with the fellas. We watched the shit Sunday night at like 1:00 in the morning.
Yes.
So take that.
In a full struggle all day on Monday. Since I'm not J. Cole, I'm not going to apologize for saying this. Best WrestleMania ever. Start to finish, the only low spot on this entire card was the Blacks versus Karrion Kross and them. And even that match wasn't bad.
That's true.
But still, like, the build to it
Shout out
wasn't
to
good.
Snoop.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say the Blacks versus
Damage Control. No, that match was it was what it was. It did what it was supposed to do. Put Jade on a huge stage to help her get over it. So I understood going in that match was going to be short because they made the 6-woman tag to hide Jade's inefficiencies of not working long matches.
And just to showcase
it was just a showcase for her.
They really just wanted Tony Khan to be on Suicide Watch.
And I'm watching Dynamite. Yeah, he's on. Yeah.
Trigger warning. Tony Khan was. What can I do?
Yeah.
Release the punk footage.
Yeah. It was like the last 10 minutes of Scarface. It's the last 10 minutes of Scarface.
Tony, what are you talking about?
House
Shut up.
all day, Saturday and Sunday.
Hey, Tony Khan.
What can I say except you're welcome?
But yeah, like this Mania top to bottom, like. But let's start at the bottom of Sunday real quick. Drew, as we all thought, got his comeuppance and finished off an already weakened Seth Rollins pretty quickly. Pause. And then decided to pop his shit to CM Punk at that announce table. And CM Punk was gonna let it all slide, but once you do the cross chop in that man's face, he said, "Nah, nah, nah, nah."
He looked at Drew.
And what'd he say?
He looked at.
What did you say? What did you say?
And Drew was waggling that title in his face. He said, "You know what, mother?" And he
swept the leg.
Off.
You could hear Cobra Kai just whispering in CM Punk's ear, "Sweep the leg. Sweep the leg."
Come on, Johnny.
And CM Punk was like, "You're right." And then, as they do with every apparatus attached to a wrestler's limb nowadays, he hit him with the cast that was on his arm. And then, "If you believe yours is the only way."
Yeah.
They said they wanted a Latino world champion.
Butt rock
and damn it, they got one. Priest cashed in. Man. That was a moment. BA, what did you think about the cash in? I know I was there with you, but obviously you didn't jump up and down and run around like me and E-Ray did in the dogs.
Yeah. No, I wasn't trying to get snapped by Lulu. Oh, I sat down. Yeah. But as far as the reaction though, shit was fucking fire, man. That was it was amazing. I'm glad to see the cash in work the way it did. They used that briefcase, probably the strongest I've seen in a long time on somebody as far as the purpose of what it did. He had some kind of almost cash-ins that kind of went left, but he still cashed in successfully after some almost mishaps. Like, somebody has to talk about that one day.
Like almost a year ago.
Yeah,
we were
crazy,
there,
man.
We watched him almost blow it 3-4 times. And then full circle to come around was like,
nuts.
If you believe yourself,
but rock
at
forever.
Mania 40 of all the events. So great way to do it. The move he did on Drew looked vicious to sell the cash in even more. Punk's reaction, Punk just being involved. God damn it, I love seeing Punk, man. Jesus Christ. Love that man.
So I think all of that happened like after the Seth Rollins give him the look. He gave him the They really sold this. Is what I'm getting at. Like Seth dropped the title, Drew got it, and Seth was just, "You be good to her, damn it. You treat her like she's a lady."
Yeah, they even let Drew have a whole moment. He had a whole moment with Sheena before the whole just debacle. That's a good point.
Whole moment.
They let all that happen.
He didn't treat her right. He ain't hold her tight enough.
And then Sheena hit him with that Maya song.
Shit.
I'm moving on.
She was like, I don't like this.
And a Puerto Rican from New York. It's like New York rap in the 90s. Man.
Damn.
Yep.
It's crazy.
Big pun.
Big punishment. Big punishment Martinez.
Tracks. Big punishment.
Big punishment.
Hit you with the big punish. Hopped up, hopping bubbly on your spot, love. Got you screaming punishment. Yep, it all checks out. Damien Priest is big punishment.
Screaming punishment is the title.
That album cover will look crazy. The 90s album covers used to look like.
Oh my god! But yeah, it was wild to see, but glorious. Okay, so let's break this down. We can break this down in a few ways. So we don't waste too much time going match by match and all that stuff. By every single metric ever, and I watched all the shows, I listened to every breakdown, and I watched the press conference, both pressers, both nights, and Monday. Literally everyone told us this is the greatest WrestleMania ever, and this is the Paul Levesque era. So, with that said, two ways we can break this down. Either we can go by title changes and discuss matches that way, or we can go WrestleMania Saturday, WrestleMania Sunday, which one we like more, and then kind of discuss pieces of it.
Let's talk title changes. Since we started there.
Okay. I would say we started there. That title change. So let me ask you, what was the most shocking title change? Was it that?
I think it was the Gunther.
Yeah.
Talk about it.
So like Sami Zayn, the Ramadan Rocky, if you will, came in full Rocky 4.
Big facts.
Chad Gable gave him the final pep talk, and he's like, "You're not coming out there, Chad?
You might have had 3 almonds all day.
You got this. It's all you. It always was." Everybody in the house cried. At least that's how I'm telling the story. And Sammy came out there and he did what Sammy does. Sammy just has bangers with everybody. He could have a great match with a mop at this point. Shout out to Perry Saturn. And
Moppy.
And he hit that move that he hadn't hit in like 15 years, that rope brain buster that looks I've seen it before in clips of Sammy, but on the side, a dude the size of Gunther, pause, like it was insane, and then hit him with 2 haluva kicks to take that title. It was a really real feel good moment because they had been building this story with Sammy of not being good enough, and they were doing empty arena interviews, and it was just, for me, that was like the best title change of the weekend outside of the obvious one.
I was excited. Let me say that first and foremost. I was really excited of how it transpired. I will say the match suffered because of once I think it got too telegraphed based on Gunther reacting to Sammy's wife. That's when I knew. I was like, oh, he's about to win. And I was like, damn, because he just kept talking. I am the honored. Yeah, I am the forever champion. And it was like, oh shit, he's keep gesturing to her. Now we're having that break in the moment. I would have loved if they just had like a banger of a match, which they had a somewhat banger, but that sticks out more than the actual just raps of it all to me. So I think they had the ability to have the banger, and it didn't, but it did have some highlight moments. And then the end was still just as like, the stamp that I wanted. So I loved it. But not the most surprising title change to me. BA, your thoughts?
I agree with you up to a certain extent with the Sammy and Gunther match. I feel like the wife stuff was needed more, not as much, maybe like once or twice, but not like 3, 4 times. I feel like he did that.
That's when I was like,
it was kind of overkill.
Doing it.
Yeah, but they needed that there for the opening for Sammy to get one in on Gunther to make sense. You feel me? Because like if they would have been a straight up just hoss fight, if you will, it would have been more believable for Gunther to get to day 667.
The 667th day. Featuring on
The 6
the
day.
clown. I'm a clown.
Was that God from Into Deep?
God is my neighbor.
I'd like to challenge him. I don't know, man.
I mean,
it's just
God
like,
is
it was
0-1
an
at
amazing
WrestleMania,
match. Oh Lord,
Yeah.
we ain't allowed to talk about that.
Yeah, that's DV. What we're gonna do, we're gonna move past the DV
DV.
to the almost DV. When he kept gesturing to this man's wife, I thought better. I thought, again, if I could have booked it, I would have probably had like, while instead of him just gesturing to it, I would have had him gesture to her like once, and then take Sammy, throw him outside the ring, and then be like strangling or something in her face, and then she give us the Rocky moment. You do it, Sammy. And then he just turned up. Ah, that's how you fucking do it. And I think that was missing. Just him just gesturing. You know you are somebody's wife. Why are you talking to me during my wrestling? And then he just get haluva kicked, and I'm like, oh, okay, great. But either way, still a great match. I still think the most surprising of the title changes is absolutely Seth's to
Priest.
Drew to Damien. That whole thing just was fire to me. It got me in a way that it didn't. But I was happy for Sammy because I'm like, that's dope. Yeah, and that also proves that this title reign is now going to be historic for Gunther. As Gunther might be the first Omen. He might be Damien.
It kind of looks like.
666 days. You think that's coincidence?
And then that movie come out like this weekend too. That's crazy.
I mean,
I don't make the rules.
Dance with the devil enough. I'm cool.
And just dive, some bitch just drive off a building. All righty. I bet you if you look in the back of Gunther's head, it got a
This is
symbol
for
in
my longest reigning Intercontinental Champion.
Dub's like, I know better than mess around with this foolishness. My daddy was a preacher.
not gonna be able to do it, brother.
Fuck your story.
This is where I stopped watching wrestling, brother.
I'm out.
Yep. I'm out. Bring back on the Brood, brother, because that's as scary as I can get.
Facts.
So, well, let me ask you then, the other title change in the building. How did we feel about Bayley taking that belt off of Io? I'm gonna start with you, Dub. Give it to me now. To me now.
I thought it was a good match, and like they told a good story in that match. But like, I don't know. I feel like this was a thing for Bayley to give her this moment because of what she did like during the pandemic era. Her and Sasha going on all 3 shows and just running roughshod in front of nobody. But they got something with Io, and like they got something really good. And I feel like I forget who said. I think Rhea said it. The 4 horsewomen. I can't talk. 4 horsewomen.
Damn, what?
Era.
4 whores and 7
close to
swords.
over.
Why they gotta be
They're not
horse?
horse. The 4 horsewoman era is close to over, and I thought this would have been a good way to kind of put that cap on it. Like the 4 horsewoman era is over. The era of Shield members always having titles is over. It's time to start moving forward with all Tripp's newest kids. So,
Wow.
it was cool. I'm sorry.
Putting niggas out to pasture. You got Seth losing, taking that L. Roman taking that
Seth need a
L.
new back.
Then you got Becky taking that L, and you would have had Bayley take the L. Whew. That would have been.
See,
That is a new regime right there. But BA, you please.
yeah. I got something to add on the. I would be with Dub on this because I felt similar coming in the WrestleMania card before I watched the match. I didn't know that Bayley was the last to accomplish something that all the 4 horsewomen had accomplished. I forget what it was around winning the title.
She was the first one to win a title at Mania.
She was the first.
She walked in the Mania.
Yeah, she was the first Grand Slam champion.
She did, but they were saying she was the last to accomplish
She's
something.
the last one to win a title at WrestleMania. She's
get-
walked in as
That's
champion.
what it is. Okay,
Yeah.
thank
She had
you,
never
Dub.
won
Thank
the
you.
title at WrestleMania.
So
and she was the
that's
last
where,
one to get called up.
And that's where my point is on all the stuff Dub mentioned that y'all said about kind of moving on from that era, that like 2013, 2014 era of WWE, to Tripp's kids being the forefront of everything now, to Dub's point. So I think they had to give Bayley that moment as they get ready to send her on to other things. But that's the thing.
Those are Tripp's kids.
Their first ones, yeah. It's like his like oldest kids.
Get the fuck out and
but
go to college.
now it's time to start, exactly. Now it's the Saved by the Bell to college years. It's time to start putting over other people.
Ain't nobody watch that shit.
Exactly.
Watch that for 3 episodes. I was like, that shit.
And that's why you got like, they gonna start doing NXT runs.
Sending kids to a different world.
Like, yeah, exactly. There you go. Cosby kids. Different world. I'm with you.
Well, the kids do another world. You gotta have
make up a school.
Yeah. Keep Cosby away from any of the booking positions. I think
Cosby is an agent.
Bruce Pritchard is better suited in that. Can you imagine Bill Cosby just sitting there? Love him. Go. Oh, you gotta make you do things awful. He's like, wait, what? You
got
say?
The perfect alleged cocktail for you. Get you over.
Nope.
Alleged.
Alleged. Nope. Not doing it.
I don't rain if you get me some pudding bops.
That damn Roman Reigns need to pull his pants up. Okay, have some respect.
Tell Dwayne to stop doing all of that cussing.
Right. Back in my day, we'd have to cuss all the time to be all funny. You want to be funny, you have to do the funny.
He would not be a fan of all the cussing.
Final boss says, have a Coke and a smile, and shut the fuck up.
Right. Hey, Cosby.
Now go home and smoke some more crack.
Or Quaaludes.
Oh, that's Richard Pryor.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Cosby.
Off is a direction you can fuck.
There we go.
I don't like that. No, tell me where to go to get my pudding pops. My things.
Allegedly.
Anywho.
Alleged. You got
I think I just disagree with you guys. I have to say it because, number one, Io got something, but it ain't honed yet. And I think when you take the belt off of Io and you put it on Bayley, it opens up a whole new world. Shout out to Aladdin and Jasmine, to all the fucking possibilities of what SmackDown has to offer. So Bayley is champ. You now got Bayley and Bianca. Fire. Run that back. Then you got Bayley and Jade. Easy peasy. And so many, and then the inner fighting between them as Bayley can do the talking, she can do the thing, and she's kind of entered her final form, this Hotep Bayley. I don't know what else to call her. She definitely got her pineal gland open. Listen here, my brother. I was like, oh shit, final form, let's go. She looked like she about to enter a Yu-Gi-Oh contest. I like that shit. Hype, new music and everything. So definitely, if she banished you to the shadow realm, never mind, won't go there. But be that as it may, I just think it opens up so much for that SmackDown roster, which has all the women in them anyway. It's got to be. Now. I mean, sure, until a shakeup or whatever happens.
Bayley
but
versus
I just
Tiffany
think
time.
Ooh.
Tiffany, open your eyes. Open your third eye. You do not need that designer bag. Oh, I love it.
That's a way for the man to keep you down. Being a consumer, all you do is spend. You're in a constant cycle of spending and repeating, repeating.
If they could give her like
over liabilities,
like a Bryan Danielson, yeah, dude.
It's gonna be the Yu-Gi-Oh piece. It's gonna be like a dual deck, just holding on her arm as the.
That's fire.
Like, let's duel. And all of a sudden the belt is gonna extendo.
Like an RPG.
Blue Eyes White Dragon. It's like, what is this dark magician doing here? Oh, that's just the Thundertaker, Damien Priest. He's just watching.
The Thundertaker? No.
Anywho, I just think it has so much more potential. So even though it wasn't really surprising to me, it was like, oh, I like this because I think Bayley entered a certain way. And even if they take it right back off of her, I'm not mad at it, but I think she has so much more potential because also you lose a lot with Io not necessarily being able to talk as well and having Dakota as the mouthpiece. Bayley has rectified that and been like really good on the mic and cultivating that character. So her storyline with Bianca still, as all the hate was brewing up in Bianca's heart, is perfect. I love it. I just see so much stuff.
Ooh, was Bianca's heel turn because people are like happy for Bayley?
Guys, it's E-Ray here, your friendly neighborhood bad guy. And when I'm not booking the territory or bringing the motherfucking ruckus, you can catch me on my show, Binge Flicks and Chill, where I'll bring my personal outrageous perspective to some of the latest and greatest in television and movies today. You'll laugh, you'll cry, and you'll probably never look at your favorite shows or movies the same again. But tune in and let the binge begin.
Oh,
could be. And she's like, no, I still don't fuck with you. I remember what you did. And it was like, I like it. And then the girl's like, but she ain't do it to me. Oh, she will. I love it. It's going to be fire.
I like it.
Bianca, put some of that hate in your heart, please. We need it.
Oh, yeah, man. So, without any more of the fluff, let's get it. Night 1. Tag match. It was a lot of stand and must pose. A lot of trying to get that picture image of the people in the ring. Oh yeah,
A lot of Mortal Kombat face-offs.
Who would have thought? Right. Shang Tsung versus Kung Lao. Like, yeah, it was a lot of that.
Quan Chi. Oh my God.
How did we feel about like the entrances? I think I had jizzed already by the entrances. I'll keep it real.
Man, that Rock entrance. Good Lord. Yeah, I was like, E-Ray was sitting next to me during I think he almost ripped my trap muscle out of my body. He was electrocuted by the Rock's entrance. Oh,
yeah,
shit.
all the fucking lightning bolts and strikes. All I was missing is if he would have came out last. That shit was a final boss. It was so good. But how do we feel about that match overall?
I feel sorry for everybody who was in the arena when they were like kind of split up and outside the ring, because there's no way you were following that. You were just like, oh, well, guess we're here, guys.
Right, just look.
There's some screens somewhere around here.
Right.
But no, like it was a really fun match. You can definitely tell Rock, he took his camp seriously because he gave us a lot more than I thought he was going to give us for, him being as old as he is and as
10 years removed
and as
from the
quickly
ring.
blown up as he was when he came back for this run. It was a really fun match. I love that Rock pinned Cody to end the match. I was like, I love it. It's so good. Just so
storytelling.
Good. And to me, I think my favorite part of the entire match was when Rock looked at the ref and said, "You count, you're fired. I don't fucking play." And then I forget if it was Rock or if it was Roman that
craziest abuse of power
hit the low blow, and the referee just turned around to Seth and said, "I'm sorry, I can't do anything."
What do you want me to do? I'm
like, shout out to this man just trying to keep his job. I thought that was the funniest shit in the world.
Get it, man. Good job.
First thing you say, BA, abuse of power. I get it, man. Yeah. Sometimes you gotta let motherfuckers know, right?
Hey, Mr. Ref.
Off is the direction you can fuck.
What's the point of having power if you're not gonna use it? Shout out to Kanye. Like, why would you not?
I don't think that was Kanye's
That's not how the
quote at all.
line went. But I was gonna let him have it.
opposite.
I think Ye now would say that Kanye from back in the day.
I don't think that's the person you want to reference.
That's wrong.
I think Kanye literally said the opposite. He said no one man should have all that power. VA just heard that interpolated completely different. We ain't heard that shit like Vanilla Ice. No, see, ours is different. It's dun 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 dun.
All I'm saying is
You
The
said
Rock doesn't.
the power is the best thing you could ever have. You better use it. Abuse it.
Absolutely. In a match, why would he not say, "Hey, motherfucker, I'm on the board of directors. You listen to me." Essentially, is what he don't say. Like, why would you not? What's the point? Like, what is like outside of the millions of dollars
Point
he's
of
gonna
having
pay
power if
from
you're not gonna abuse it.
records and gates they broke over the weekend? You might as well let everybody know I'm a fucking
VA's
charge.
gonna take us all down.
I don't see Triple H around
I
here.
hope you know that.
Yeah, I was like, VA ruling the world is gonna
It's a wrap
fuck
for
us
us
all
one
over.
day.
Idiocracy 2, or what is that the name of that
Idiocracy.
movie with Luke Wilson? Idiocracy 2. Electric Boogaloo.
Electrolytes is what plants crave. Yeah, I can't speak enough to the hilarity of The Rock going crazy, wearing the big swishy pants, all the lightning bolts and lightning strikes. By far, him versus Seth was the shit. And I was like, yeah, let them niggas go. I honestly stopped caring about Cody and Roman. I wasn't even thinking about that shit. I was just watching The Rock and Seth.
That was the one part that bothered me of that match, man. Was them dudes going at it at the same time after they broke away from the ring. Like that had to like you said, for the people there that had to suck. For the TV product, it kind of sucked too. It slowed everything down.
Like imagine having
Like,
ringside
more than
seats
it
and then
needed
that
to.
shit happens.
Oh, I'd be pissed. I've already refinanced my house to be here.
You spent
and
10
cashed it
racks
out
on
for a
ringside
second
seats.
mortgage. So
Thank
I can't
you
even
for your
see these guys
sacrifice.
wrestling.
Right.
You've made this the most profitable WrestleMania ever. We don't give a fuck what you can see, though.
Here's a chair you sat in.
Right.
Yeah,
Go fuck yourself.
Are you
I was
right?
sitting here looking at dude wipes on the
$700,000
fucking post for 10 fucking minutes.
Right, and chicken
Multiple
McNuggets
matches.
from fucking Wingstop, but
Exactly.
you can't see shit because them niggas not in the ring. Thanks.
Here's a Snoop and Dr. Dre gin and juice shirt for your troubles.
Hey, these guys are fighting on the entrance
Here's a
ramp,
gin and
which
juice.
is like 900 feet away from you.
Pre-mixed gin and
Here's
juice.
a bottle of Prime for
It's
your
gonna
trouble.
give you a headache.
It's Eagle Green.
What kind of juice? Berry. No, I'm allergic. Shut up and count. Wait, me? You're the ref now. The final boss says you're the ref now.
That'd be hilarious.
I thought that was interesting take. I thought that was their version of Stadium Stampede type deal, just splitting it up, making it try to feel bigger. But I would have liked if like certain people was in the ring and some people were on the outside or something like that, close.
Yeah.
So you at least have a shot or something. But nitpick away. I think night one, the entrances were great. The middle product, I was more so glued to Seth and The Rock. I love that because I really want to see that match. I just think it would be dope. And then finally, the ending. The ending was everything for me. And I think that's what made that match for me. The Rock not only like cracking the whip on that Cody Luther the Kang. Cody Kunta. You caught that shit. Ah! Why you hit me so hard? And his back was done. And then he got speared. And then rock bottom. And then people's elbowed. And it was like, oh, well, you're not getting up from that.
Special.
Yeah. And The Rock coming out with that title and leaving with that People's Champ title. Fucking great. And him and Roman sitting at the top of the ramp and Cody just sitting there in disbelief like, not again.
It's
like
like
last
Not
year.
like this.
Perfect
Not
dichotomy.
like this.
I love it.
same shot.
So good.
Just the Rock added
That
into
little attention to
Yeah, just
detail. That's the
Photoshop the
Paul
rocket
Levesque
to it.
era.
With his flame cannons. Oh, the final boss Oh yeah, The Rock coming out in fucking flames to a flaming Brahma bull. I'm telling you, night one was just the entrances. The entrances was fucking crazy. I was like, this is the greatest thing I ever seen. Final boss could have just did everything. I wouldn't have cared. It was great. Homelander Cody came out great too with him and Seth gear. Yeah, it was a lot to like. But that was that. Night one ended how we expected it to end because we needed bloodline rules. We needed plenty of shenanigans to like really cement this story and to make it, as the kids say, cinema. So it needed to be done, right? Night two. That's the match I really loved mostly, but partially. I personally loved that they gave us like 20 minutes of just a fucking wrestling match. No bullshit, no shenanigans. And that was lit. And then Jimmy Uso came out. Yeet and no yeet. Because here comes Jay. Wherever you see Jimmy, you're gonna see Jay. And Jay came out. Then you had them tussling it out. I was like, love it.
Then he speared him
and
off
then,
the stage. Through a table.
Yeah, that shit look crazy.
That was crazy. That was.
I'm really like thinking as it happened. I'm like,
crazy.
oh my god, I hope they hit the table. Please hit the table. Please don't miss the table. So if you miss the table, you're gonna die.
I was very nervous, but I was like, that's dope. Then Solo came out. Solo, and of course, to balance that out, who was the last person that Solo really got to beat?
John Cena. We thought he was thumbed to death, but no, sir. He's back.
Nah.
He's back.
He's back. And he definitely came with a vengeance. He hit his moves. I was like, yes. And then he instantly got nerfed by the final boss.
Final boss.
That was
He's walking down the ramp. I'm gonna fuck you up. The final boss. It's so sick of John Cena's shit. For 10 years, the final boss.
Oh my god,
had to deal with John Cena.
He's so good.
It was so good.
Rock bottom.
Rock bottom. Get out of here.
And John's like,
get out of here.
Do this
Skinny
no more.
bald
I'm so
Cena.
sick of this. And then,
like, I'm sore. Where's my Honda Civic? I need to get out of here.
But wait, there's more.
Boom.
The man who's been feuding with this family since 1996.
Boom.
Taker in full.
He might be the biggest hater.
Breaking and entering mode. Hops in the ring. Hits Rock with a choke slam. And we're back to Rock and Roman. No, wait. Nope. We skipped something. Seth. Shield music.
Seth was the difference maker.
Shield music. That music played so long, I thought Moxley was walking out.
Well, that was after. No, that was after.
No,
that.
was it?
Yeah, that was after that.
Seth was at the end, yes, because of the decision that
Rock
Roman made.
happened, and then because the Undertaker vanished, he was like, "Oh, smoke bomb."
Yeah, out of here. I wasn't even really here.
Yep. And then the Rock just was done, and that's when you're like, "Oh shit!" He got the cheer. He's about to do it, and then you heard the Shield music. And he's like, oh, I was waiting for him to come in and like do some type of cool kick or something. Seth just wobbled in and was like, hit me. Yeah, bomb. And then Roman had to make the most crucial choice of his life, and he chose wrong. It's kind of like when you have a significant other and they like, do I look fat in this? And you got a choice, and you hear the $1 million Who Wants to Be a Millionaire music. Boom, 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 boom. You're like, A,
use a lifeline.
Yes. B, no. C, why would you ask me that? D, I gotta get the fuck out of here. He definitely answered wrong, and he did what he said he was gonna do. He was Cody Rhodes' shield. He took the hit to the back, which temporarily got Roman out of there because Roman was pissed off. He's still in his head. He's still hurt. He's still
That
traumatized
cathartic
by
moment for Roman.
how Seth did him. And Cody got the upper hand and he hit him with a triple crossroads?
Full
Triple
bone
crossroads. But I was gonna say Bone would be proud. So you won't be lonely. Cause you won't be lonely. And then 1, 2, 3. And the tears flew. Cody did it. Everything was right in the world? I don't know. It was a lot.
Well, everything isn't right in the world.
They played this song all the way through 8 times.
The story. And it was starting, it got to a point, a couple months ago, you're like, is he ever going to finish his story? He's dealing with Brock, and now Rock shows up. You're like, oh, this nigga's never finished. If Punk comes back, you're like, yeah, he's never finishing this story. It's a wrap. People start questioning, like, yeah, you love AEW for that. Everybody's stealing your shine.
No, he still was better than AEW.
And he finally finished the story.
AEW was never over.
But it was cool because everybody got to finish part of their story. Jay got to take Jimmy out. Roman, like, he hears that Shield music, that's his trigger. Because he got in the ring and hit Seth so fast.
He told Seth,
I can't
Royal
let you
Rumble.
go.
Thank you, E-Ray.
He won't let me let it go.
Exactly. And you won't let it go either, Roman, to the point where you let it go.
They trauma bonded.
But you also got to remember,
Facts.
he got hit in the chair again during this bloodline thing. And like the look on his face was like, oh my God, it happened again.
Not again. Not again.
And he finally got to hit somebody else in the back with a chair.
And not just anyone.
The one who started it all.
The one.
Because Seth hitting Roman in the back with that chair, low-key started the worst part of Roman's career.
Mm-hmm.
Was that almost exactly 10 years ago?
There.
That's when they debuted at WrestleMania 30.
Yeah, it was like 2013, 2014 when they had their run, because their run wasn't that long. And then that breakup happened and Seth hit that trajectory. He had the same gear on. Seth barely could even get in or out of the ring. That was the part that broke my heart. I was like, oh my gosh. He had to have Yeet and Kevin Owens and all of them like pick him up. And then Cody Rhodes seen his battered, bruised body.
Like Iron Man.
Yeah, he literally snapped his finger. I am freaking Rollins.
Yeah.
And just
killed
blew
himself.
up. Yeah, that was rough. That's where my tears come from. Like, but I have to post to y'all. So that might have been one of the greatest things ever. I will say overbooked as fuck though. I didn't really need I would have been perfectly fine with no Undertaker, but I get it. Especially
somebody had to put The Rock down. Stone Cold's knees wasn't working, brother.
And especially because they did put it together and show us how long Undertaker has been tormenting the Anoa'i family and others. He's been beating them there for life. Like, it's crazy. for 5 lives at this point, because if you got it, he's dead, man. It was overbooked as hell, and I think that stuff, I wish they would have let it breathe a little bit more. That's my only complaint. It was just like bang, 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 bang. They was hitting them pop strokes and then bang, 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 bang. And it was over. I was like, oh, damn.
I'm spent.
All right, I wish they would have let it breathe. Let me say, hot take. I guarantee you, I would, like, totality of the match, I enjoyed Jimmy and Jay versus Roman more. That match was crazy. That's like one of the greatest matches I ever seen. That shit did it for me. I was like, when the first person to only pin Roman, and it was in a tag match, and like that led to the thought, that to me, match-wise, like it didn't have the lulls or stuff. It was spaced out. This was like, oh, we run out of time. Hit to this. And it, to me, it was just a little much. But again, the result.
No, yeah, I agree.
So great.
Jay and Jimmy versus Roman and Solo was a better match, and Cody versus Roman 1 was a better match. But this wasn't about the match. This was about the spectacle. Like, we already knew they could put on a good match with each other, so they were like, all right, have half of a good match, and then we gonna unload the clip, and then Cody's gonna get his moment.
Bring it home. Triple H in the back.
Oh yeah, he was, man. I'm surprised Triple H could walk out of WrestleMania as much as he got what he wanted to get off. Jeez, like,
blow it up.
Those were blown.
Everything I ever wanted, man.
Yeah, it was great.
They were yeeting all over the place.
All over the place. Meat slapping. I'm about to get hit. I'm about to make a McAfee board next. Meat slapping.
It's justified after this weekend. Many one-liners.
Enjoyed it. Yes. I think the story was better than the actual wrestling that occurred. And that was one thing that I took away from it. But another thing I took away from it, this is going to be the way they coronated Cody. They celebrated for so long. Everybody was in the ring. He had all the guys in the ring with him. LA Knight came out. We didn't even talk about Alan Joseph versus LA Knight.
Man,
really good match.
Feud.
It was a good match.
Blood feud.
But he took that blunt force trauma. Alan Joseph don't know where he is anymore. He's concussed for life.
He's just in the hospital deflating as the roids wear off.
Yeah, he's like, I'm off cycle.
As the Bane Cobra Venom wears off, he's just starting to deflate.
Yeah. But LA Knight was in the ring, Randy Orton in the ring, Kevin Owens, newly cemented champion, Sami Zayn in the ring. Then CM Punk, then Bruce Pritchard, then Triple H. So coming off of WrestleMania, I have to say I have some fears, and I think it was solidified starting Monday. So coming off this greatest WrestleMania ever, this spectacle of all spectacles, Monday night comes, and what do we hear? What do we have? The Rock, the final boss, comes out holding his championship as Cody's addressing the crowd, as Cody's looking at a special package that is only for Cody and all this beautiful stuff. The final boss comes out and goes, hey there, Cody. No, nothing bad. No badness. Nice title you got there. Can I hold it? What, that shit was creepy as fuck.
It was
right
very
across the
strange.
chin. This is awkward.
It was, and it was like, it was such a good final boss move, even though it felt wrong. This is the thing. I guess I'm gonna say it first, and then I will open it up for y'all. I wish Cody handled it different. I loved everything The Rock did. I wish Cody would have handled himself differently. And I think therein lies my problem and my fear. So what were your thoughts during that 45-minute long segment? Can I hold it, Cody?
So,
would you let me do that? That shit was crazy.
I actually liked Cody's response when Rock said, "Can I hold that title?" Because, like, in my mind, the thing to say is no, you got to pry it from my deadlock hands, and then that builds to a feud. Cody's response, again, to make it awkward, was like, "Only if I can hold yours," and because that's the point.
Well, if there's
that's the
urinal.
point to make him feel awkward about it.
Yours.
Is there a name for this?
It was like to me, it was Cody's move of you're not gonna intimidate me, and you're not gonna do this dominance move over me. I'm gonna make this weird.
You're not gonna tell me.
Temptation Island reviews on Bench Flicks and Chill. Check it out. But yeah, like it was a move by Cody to kind of diffuse Rock's whole play. I thought it was fun. I was like, that's the perfect move, actually.
I mean, So
because the wrestling thing is
The
you
thing
pry
is-
it from my deadlock hands. Get the fuck out of my ring.
yes,
That's
yes.
80s, 90s booking. Let's do something fun.
But was that fun?
It
Was that fun to
awkward.
you? Yeah, I didn't think that was fun. I agree with you. The obvious route sometimes isn't the best, but kind of being, I think him saying it was like, I mean, only if I can hold yours. And then The Rock should have been like, well, you're not the people's champ. And then that's when Cody comes in and was like, well, you may not think so, but I think so. I think all these people think so. And then that's when everybody starts people's champ. Like, you got to do it that way. And just this weird, awkward belt exchange. Like, ew. Thank you, Cody. Thank you for letting me hold it for me. Like, what is this? I don't like this. And Cody, no, you don't let another man hold your belt. Cody's too nice. So again, I'm giving it 2 weeks, but this is my fear. I've been thinking about this ever since he won, because him winning didn't give me the tears that I wanted. Him winning was like, okay, he won. And now I feel more for Roman. Oh shit, I said it. I said it, motherfuckers. I was like, oh shit. Roman's story is automatically more entertaining now, because what does he do now? And it's fascinating because he has that energy where it's like, all right, I lost it, but fuck that. I'm about to, like, you don't know if he's going to go more face now, more tweener, double down on the heel juice, whatever. But I'm very curious, or end up having to fight the whole bloodline. Whatever happens, cool. Cody now Cody's win is Nintendo Karate or Super Nintendo Mega Man X. You get all the way through all the fucking people. You did everything. Now you fight Sigma. This nigga transforms 18 times. You beat him up. His head, it blows up. Great.
I hate that.
Now what?
Trauma.
You can't, like, he literally can't go face, I don't know, Ricochet now. What the fuck
What do you
happens?
mean? He was just about to fight for Sheena.
Like I said, you can't, as Cody Rhodes. And again, maybe I'm wrong. That's why I said I'm gonna give it some weeks. But maybe I'm wrong. But my fear is that now that people were so wrapped up in his story, this is why this was the most historic WrestleMania ever. The best, the greatest, the biggest gate, the biggest buys, the biggest balls. Like, whatever. It was everything WrestleMania, right? But now that the casuals are tuned in and you got the real wrestling fans tuned in, how do you keep Cody going? What I would have preferred, instead of The Rock doing that, maybe The Rock does that, but then The Rock says, but before I leave, somebody said they have something to say to you. And then somebody hit him in the back of the head or some shit. And that's how you start his next feud and blah, 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 blah. You gotta keep the momentum going. All we've seen thus far is just the over coronation of Cody, which was great because it was great in the moment. But
what you also
now
have
what?
to remember, is that the WWE champion is a SmackDown champion. He was just on Raw for his coronation. So I would say, and obviously as you guys are listening to this, you'll be watching SmackDown 20 minutes later because we are your SmackDown pregame. We know, you're welcome. It'll be interesting to see who steps up on SmackDown to be, his challenger. You about to play something?
Karrion Kross.
Okay.
Hey there, Cody. Can I hold it? Everybody, that's what everybody should just walk up to.
All right, BA. Here's the challenge to you, BA. Who's Cody's first challenger?
Damn, I knew that was gonna fall on my lap. Because I don't even think the WWE knows yet until we get to
And are
Friday.
they gonna ask him? Can I hold?
Everybody is. If honestly,
Sorry,
E-Ray, I would
that's
start.
the
I
new
would start
title.
SmackDown like that. They should show Cody walking out of his Wheatley vodka buzz, and
The most
And-
racist vodka there is, guys. Unless y'all want to
Exactly.
sponsor us. Three inner city black children.
Vodka so
Inner city
good, we
black
asked
kids.
for it. What the fuck they said? You know what I'm talking. We know what type of
I don't know,
alcoholic you got to
but
be
if
to
y'all
drink
need to-
vodka neat.
Facts.
You just call all of
The
Rush.
moment you drink vodka neat, you need to call AA immediately.
All I'm saying is, if they need to add some pepper in them commercials, give us a call. Without that being said, Cody needs to
right.
walk out on SmackDown like that, and then people just need to be like, "Oh, hey, new champ, can I hold it? Oh, hey, Cody, please, can I hold it?
Can I hold it?
And then they gotta lean into that because it was obviously awkward to the point of the Philly crowd. And
So is that how you start his first feud?
I
He
would
says
say,
no
like-
to somebody and they whoop his ass. He says no to
yes,
Allen.
that's not, I mean, oh man,
Oh, Alan, Joseph, and Cody. Ooh, I just got
Yes.
tingles.
yes, and I mean, honestly, like you could look at if you wanted to really be a sleuthy booker, you could go look at how the match ended at WrestleMania Night 2 when the Bret Hart at WrestleMania 10 ending happened when all the baby faces came out. So long we just look at all everybody baby faces that came out, and then we could kind of piece together the heels on SmackDown that would make the most sense to wrestle
Randy.
Cody.
L.A.
Randy came out and shook Cody's hand.
I mean,
L.A.
Oh,
So
you're talking about the people that did come out. My bad.
yeah, so you're saying the people who did not come out.
Yeah, and then
Okay,
kind of piece it
sorry.
together from there.
Shit.
No, you're good.
Santos. And that's about it.
Nah,
But I'm saying,
No,
like,
let's-
my point was SmackDown is desperately low on heels right now.
right. So I mean, it could only be so obvious, and then that kind of ties into like the whole what is Roman gonna do? You know, you still got Solo out there. You got Jimmy laughing in the background, somebody's promo, so you know something's gonna be going on around that on Friday. So
yeet.
if I had to guess somebody, man, like
Hey,
feet
go.
to the fire.
Can I hold it?
Wait, does Jimmy get the first shot? Like Crazy Eyes comes back. I'm about to get it back for the bloodline. And then I'm going to give it to my tribal chief.
It could be on like that makes the most sense as far as
That
like
would
give
be
us
a TV match. And it was
exactly. Give us more leftovers, Mom. That's basically what that is.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, the pizza was cool. I guess we can do that again. While they
But they're gonna
figure
have to
out
build
what to really
something.
do.
Okay,
Much
BA
more
feet to the fire.
interesting. And that's
Feet
what
to the
I'm
fire. Who is it?
I said, I mean, Jimmy, because it's not gonna be Solo. Because I feel like
That's
Solo
not a
gonna
feud. That's a one-off. He said.
Have, oh, I
he's
don't
the
think a
first
feud. Ugh, that's hard,
Yeah.
fellas.
Uh-huh.
That's impossible to say because they haven't given us anything but Cody chasing his damn title. It's hard to guess
Well,
that. It's gonna have to be some
you
random
gotta
shit.
think about
I would
who's
have
on
to say
who's on SmackDown. Bobby
Alan
Lashley.
Joseph sounds like a great foe right now because he's just
I
pissed
agree.
off.
If only he would have beat LA Knight. But I could see him saying that he had to step over me. I should be next in line. But you know what they're gonna
Yeah.
do? They're probably gonna have
Fatal
a
four-way.
fucking fatal
Yeah.
four-way.
Number one
Basically the same shit they
contender.
just did on Raw.
Yeah, the Fatal Four would be
Yep.
Bobby, LA, Rey Mysterio, and I don't know, somebody else. Alan Joseph jumps Rey Mysterio
Yeah.
because if you want to get heel heat, beat up Rey
Garza or
Mysterio.
some shit.
And then Alan Joseph,
right.
I don't know, pins Bobby or somebody.
Man, his first feud should be against Dom.
I like
Let's
it.
go.
I'm in.
Set
Sign
that
me up.
nigga.
I'll be here for that.
That's
Dom
a
would be
heat
Hey,
down.
magnet.
you want
That
to keep a
should be
baby
lit.
face strong? Put him opposite of Dominic
Facts.
Mysterio.
Facts.
Right.
You hear me? Y'all felt me over the weekend. You hear me now? I'm cooking. Let's go.
And Cody's they're in
That's right.
they're in a tough spot, man, with Cody right now, right in this
Very
moment.
much
We could be very early, just kind of questioning this because we ain't there yet, but
Things will be answered
Or-
soon.
doesn't feel.
Or
No, we're not.
is Cody's first challenger Gunther and they moved Gunther over there in the draft because Backlash is right after the draft.
First challenger though. So what are they gonna do? Have him just like get coronated again on SmackDown, and then
he's like longest reigning Intercontinental Champion ever. I want that now. I don't know. In Austrian or however the fuck he said.
if he dies, he dies.
Yeah.
Austrian.
I'm with it.
He just walks up to Nick Aldis. I need to get to the title.
Where do you get your suits?
I almost had 7,000 days. I need more days. Give me the title. The universal title.
And then Nick Aldis in a Steve Harvey suit says no in a very Steve Harvey type way. I couldn't even think of an impression real quick. And then Kaiser and Vinci jump Cody. And Cody comes back and says, you know what? Gunther wants his match. He's got his match. So that way, Gunther asked for it. Aldis said no because Gunther's a Raw superstar, but Cody makes the challenge. Thus, you get that match. And then during the draft, they draft Gunther over there just to make sure they keep their title.
Show me a Gunther title match. No. Sorry, player. It ain't happening.
Before we move on past Cody, how quick how short is the leash? I should ask on Cody, and how is the fans? How soon will we turn if we don't like what we're getting? Will we let it breathe?
Well, there's two different questions there.
Do that shit out of here.
Yeah.
How short is the leash?
Are you talking about the leash from like
with the
WWE
fans
before they pulled the title?
No,
with
with the fans.
No, with the fans.
Combined
WWE
it.
gonna do what they do. I'm curious how the fans are gonna look.
They've coronated him. So,
but
they
I'm
might as well
also
give him a
hearing. I've
crown.
heard people say what you said. Some people I've talked to have said what you said, and I kind of was like, bullshit. Let the man breathe. But we hear.
I feel it.
I was like,
I can feel it, and I was like,
yeah, hearing is too
like,
much.
okay. I was like, y'all got to move fast. I know y'all want to give it to him, but how you build momentum is through the challengers, and especially for a babyface, that is, because the babyface has to have somebody to go against. And Cody just crying every week isn't gonna be enough for me. And I was like, I enjoyed it once. I enjoyed it at the press conference, but now you
Over
as he said it himself, and I think he'll figure it out, and he'll start to figure it out. But he had the clock is ticking. He's on the clock right now. So soon as you win, all right, now you got to figure out how to make yourself cool, because you weren't cool. You were like, we wanted you because it was like, that's great. But now you got to figure out how to make yourself like dope, or be such a great baby face, which is the hardest thing to do in this day and age as champion. This is the thing that Seth had never figured out until literally this year. It took him how many title reigns to figure that shit out? So that's why I'm worried, because Seth is one of the best mic men. And I think, and Seth is much more my type of babyface champion, or my type of character, period, where he doesn't give you a lot. He's gonna give you some bars. Cody is the opposite. Cody is extremely vulnerable. He will say everything that's on his mind. So it's like, that's dope to an extent, but that can only carry you so far after the chase is done. Now that we are here, now that you champion, what makes us want to, like, because technically we're gonna probably want to see the babyface beat you up. That's what I'm worried about.
You said it, E. You said he looked too nice. You got worried. You're worried. You saw The Rock kind of like little brother his ass.
Yeah, it's weird.
Big time. And then gave him some weird little like gift that we ain't gonna hear about again till like the summer. So
I know what it was.
Yeah, it was all strange.
I know what it was.
Here's your father's organs. You want to hold them? Like, what the?
You're welcome.
Nah, it was the watch.
What can I say except you're welcome?
How did he get the watch that quick?
Cody said on Ariel Helwani's show that he bought everybody involved in the main event Rolexes with something inscribed in them, and everybody already had them. He said implicitly that he gave one to Seth and other people involved in this. So it's, you can just conclude Rock got one, Roman got one, Triple H got one.
You can feel it's in your hand.
You already know what it is.
You know what this is. Rock, you're a sick person.
He's like, I don't want your pity gift.
You want to hold it?
I don't want your thank you. I want that fucking title now. And that's what he's going to come back with.
He said, don't break my heart again. So that means next WrestleMania, I want the main event? Or does that mean like, I don't know what it means. I'm confused. But again, I think Cody's on that level now that he only can face the final bosses. He got to face all elite. No pun intended.
I thought it was.
That was
good
full,
job,
that was a full pun. Well played.
I mean, it was.
Like,
but
where we going?
all elite competition. There is no like, all right, I'm going to just face this guy now for the hell of it and just to put on a good match. It's got to be like the scariest people now. It's got to be like psychopath final boss. You got to face maybe Roman again, maybe, or as Roman recreates himself, something like that. We might see that again. But what I really think is Cody's title reign is going to be overshadowed by what happens with Roman and Seth. This is this isn't a fear. This is a spoiler. This is what's going to happen. Probably by next year's WrestleMania or somewhere around there, you're going to get Seth and Roman are going to be Stone Cold and The Rock. So it don't matter. And the title is not going to be involved. But whatever Cody's doing is not going to be main event. I can tell you that much. Sorry.
I'm with you. I agree.
I love it. I love the story ending, but now my mind is shifting to what's next. And so far, as the landscape goes, I don't see a great what's next for him. So they're gonna have to feel through it. But essentially, Kofi Mania. Kofi Mania was incredible. But what ended up what's the word? Proceeding Kofi Mania was.
So here's where I disagree, E. They weren't ready for Kofi Mania. I think that's part of why they didn't have great challenges lined up for him. They've been ready for Cody since last Mania. So I think they know where they're going. It's just the fact that we don't know yet, because I don't think they've done a great job of putting together a really strong set of heels.
So let me ask you, what is the difference if y'all know, but y'all haven't done the preparation?
Because
what does it matter?
Because the plans are in place. I mean, we're probably going to see some heel turns coming soon with some top guys. Bobby's probably going to go back heel now that the Final Testament is on NXT. Like I said, we still got Gunther there. I'm trying to think of who else. I mean, you can elevate Santos at some point. Like they're
stop trying to make Santos happen as a world champion. That's not happening.
Look, man, Cody gonna get some. He's gonna get somebody. He's gonna give somebody some play. But this ain't about none of that. It's about The Rock snatching that bitch off of him in Cleveland and holding it till WrestleMania next year when Roman gets his redemption song, basically. Like, that's why I was like, Jesus Christ, like, this is fucked up. I was like, yeah, Cody ain't hold this bitch for about a couple months probably. And then he's just on to the next thing, because The Rock is the biggest heel of the company right now. I think that's been established. You don't got a better heel. Like, The Rock is 10 times over anybody else as a heel. So why would you not put that into the point of what we've been talking about?
And
Cody's all about the chase.
Feud is crazy.
Let him chase.
And that's why I think that's what it is. But that's why I was saying it would have been so dope for The Rock to now pull a Shao Kahn. All right, now here goes. You see Shao Kahn's face, and then the tower grows, and now he's just sending people at Cody as the final boss, as the chairman on the board. I'm your boss.
He might really be doing it.
And he just starts sending people towards him. So Cody now has to run this gauntlet, even as champion, to fight these people. And it's like not just random. It's because The Rock is coming out. Because The Rock isn't going to be able to wrestle. But you go, Cody, I had a thought. You know what? I know your dad loved the Bible. But I don't know if he ever read the Final Testament. It's like, oh, and then here comes fucking Karrion Kross. Now he got to fight him.
Karrion Kross woke up from that dream.
But you see what I mean? Like he's every couple weeks, he's given like building towards every pay-per-view because he knows, and he's like, look, at the end of the day, this shit only stops when I take out The Rock. That's what makes it way more entertaining than just random.
Back in the chase.
Well, no. If he takes out The Rock, well, either way, regardless of one or the other, it still gives us we're rooting for Cody, even though he has the belt. Now he's trying to keep it, but that's the story. That's another story, another chapter in the story. Like, oh wow, that's entertaining. Versus, we just gonna set up some random shit. Like, because we know The Rock is the guy that we're waiting for him to put over, but we need the story and the connective tissue to get there. That's how you do it, because The Rock has to go film a movie and raise the XFL's pieces and all types of shit. So you
all that being
else.
said, it sounds like you guys aren't buying into Jey Uso versus Damien Priest.
That might have been the craziest pivot of all time.
What up, y'all? It's your boy Free, aka Free Illuminati, aka Young Freezer Burner, aka the Black Peter Parker, aka Poon Knight. And I want y'all to check out Blurs in the Trap, the new podcast with myself and my boy Dr. Jones, dropping in the Anotherverse every Monday. Come check us out. Get all your daily Blur content, nerd culture from a Black perspective. We've got other pods doing it out there that we support, and we wanted to add a little bit of our own flavor to the mix. So check us out every Mondays in the Anotherverse. Peace.
There's no real story there. It's just a next guy up type of thing.
Yeah, but that's fine because Karrion Kross is...
What?
Karrion. You broke me that pivot. My brain don't even work. My brain wasn't prepared.
It's travel.
With Damien Priest winning that belt as he did, and him being over, and him being a heel,
Kreese now. No.
Doesn't even matter.
His name is Karrion Kross.
Karrion Kross. That shit was funny.
They did the fusion dance.
Jey Uso winning that 6-pack challenge or
fatal four-way,
whatever the fuck.
You about to call it R. Kelly's
I don't know how many niggas was in there. Well, Bronson Reed counts as 2, and whatever.
And Ricochet so fast he counts as 2 as well.
I was gonna say, doing his hate is a whole nother companion, but the story being told there, I think the story around the heavyweight title is far more interesting. Because it's so many, like, you got people, it is the workman's championship, but then you have Drew and all his hate and his rage and CM Punk and that whole thing going. Then, Bronson Reed is Bronson Reeding because I love it. They are pushing him, man. But it's like a nice slow push. Right? Shout out to the wise man. Hates that guy. Ricochet, we know he wasn't going to win, but he going to do his thing. Shout out to BA. Hates that guy.
Did anybody else want Ricochet to win just for BA's reaction on the show?
I just want him to remember Eddie Kane Sr. Just want Eddie Kane Jr. to be better than him. This. That's all.
So I just think it's far more entertaining, but cool. Take that out of it even. Jimmy ain't there no more. Hopefully, and he interferes again. I'm like, damn, this nigga is.
I think he does, honestly.
But Jey, you're probably right. But Jey versus Damien Priest, the yeet pop is going to be crazy. That phrase is crazy. But yeet all over the place, meat slapping. It's got to be something where, like, I think it's just a fun match. It's going to work, and it didn't even need anything. It's like, oh, he's the contender. He's never had a solo title. It just feels exciting. So we're already looking at him. And Damien Priest just got it. Damien Priest is lit right now. And they're going to put on a great match. So that one's easy. Yeah, Thundertaker is just crazy. Bondage Undertaker. They've said some crazy things about Damien Priest.
But you like it too much. Whoa, what, Drew? What?
So
next level of hate.
Man,
I love
the
So
lines
He
are
didn't
so
wait for
blurry.
his pyro or nothing. He's like, fuck these flames.
Yep, I love it.
I gotta get in here and call CM Punk
But
a bitch.
that was that. Before we get out of here, I guess we probably should talk some
NXT.
stand and deliver
NXT.
/ NXT.
NXT.
Yeah, let's do it.
We
What
can-
a
we
way
can
to
make
kick
this
the
quick.
weekend off.
Yeah, we can make this quick. I was cooking the entire time, but I still enjoyed it. I enjoyed myself to a degree. Stand and deliver happened. I think the match quality just like the matches kind of were like a whatever. It was a nothing burger for the most part. But so we kind of already was like, yeah, we know who's going to win or who should win every single match. Except for me holding out hope for Carmelo Hayes. Let's keep it real. I was like, Melo should win.
Me for Dijak.
Oh yeah. Well, me for Dijak too. I want to see it. Was that triple meat patty match the match of the night or match of the
100%.
morning?
100,000%.
Obafemi like pressing 700 pounds on his shoulders. Fire, right?
In the middle of a match. That nigga is strong. Sorry.
Strong.
Dijak, we thought he was about to win it. I was like, and then fucking Obafemi's
Huge
scary ass
Black
hands come
hand
up,
just, oh shit.
grabs him, and it's like, yeah, this is over. I love that match. I thought that match
Yeah.
was so good. It was incredible.
A lot of fun.
for me.
They got something with Oba,
Boss
and they like we gonna run
Yes,
with
they
this.
do. I don't think I've ever been so wrong. And I'm okay with admitting it. See, I admit my faults. Obafemi is fire, and he is whipping ass, and he is catching on so fast to all parts of the business. The matches, the entrance, the cadence when he's doing promos. His promos are good. Hey, play his fuck up. That's all I got. That's all I got. Also, so that was my match of the night. Everybody, or match of the morning. Everybody else agrees.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, no doubt.
Runner-up match of the
Freaking
night.
Melo.
I say different. What do you say, BA? See if we can
Going through the card in my head right now.
see if we can
You
split
were
it
asleep
up.
for most of it.
Get a three-way split.
No, I wasn't. I was up for that.
You was lifting it up.
Asleep on the couch.
Yeah, I was
Me
about to
and the
say
wise man gotta go
spliffing it up.
take a long walk around the park. Not after dark.
Around E-Ray's backyard.
We go walk the
Trying to
dogs.
think what match that stuck out to me. The tag match with Axiom and Nathan Frazier.
That was
That
actually
was a
fire.
crazy match.
That was a fun match. So I'd have to say that was my runner-up when I was awake. Dub.
It opened the card, so that's
My
fine.
runner-up. Yeah, my runner-up.
Whatever.
Lyra and Roxy.
See, I thought you were
That
gonna
shit
go Joe
slaps.
Gacy
This is
versus
bad.
Shawn Spears. I know you're a big Shawn Spears guy.
That wasn't even on the card,
playing.
man.
Play too much. Hey, Shawn Spears.
Shawn Spears is so mid. Joe Gacy got hit by
Fuck
a
your
chair
gimmick.
by Ridge Holland of all people, and Joe Gacy still won the
Ridge's
match.
gimmick
Ridge.
is just accidentally ridging people. He just keeps.
This
I
ain't
said
no
I'll
accident.
quit, and then he walk away like, "Oh, I broke your arm. I'm sorry, broke his fingers. My bad." No, did not care anything about that. But yeah, Roxanne Perez and Lyra Valkyria laid it out there. Roxanne came through like the champ she is and won that shit. Congratulations. Then ended up on Monday Night Raw and had a great match too against Indy Hartwell, who she had lost the title to in that tag or was it ladder match, and showed us like, I don't know about y'all, but she immediately felt like she belonged.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, what a way to like step it up. So yeah, that was my match of or runner-up match of the night. So we all had that. So no one felt the Tony D versus Dragunov.
I mean, I thought it was Tony D's best match, but I mean, it was just a cool match, and no one expected Tony D to walk out with
American
that belt.
History X at the end. Not at all.
Oh yeah,
that was foregone conclusion. What about Trick and Mello?
I thought it was a great way to coordinate Trick as the next guy up. Shout out to Mello for putting this guy over. Like, match was really good, and you felt the emotion, especially from Trick. And Mello pulled out all the stops.
I might have to watch that match again. I didn't feel that way. Something didn't connect with me. Kind of like their promos. It just didn't hit.
Because they're friends in real life, and it's kind of like it, like to the point of Dub, like them looking so good in the rings because that they probably know each other so well because all they do is wrestle each other.
I thought their promos hit, except for like the very last one.
Yeah, but that was the most important.
But you said like the promos, like
So,
all the other promos against each other were great.
It's just
because they weren't really
buy the
against each
heat.
other. Those were like vignettes or like separate room type shit. I'll say this, and then let me. First, I gotta address BA. I disagree vehemently because there's that whole thing that happened between Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano. Those are best friends. Them niggas beat the shit out of each other, and it was incredible.
I hear you there.
Loved that. That shit was like no other. Side note, that was a great match as well on WrestleMania. That six-pack. Oh, that was a title change.
We totally forgot about that.
Sorry, guys. It happened so early, but it was fire.
It's kind of like
I love
predictable,
that
though. I think that's why it kind of fell under the radar. It's predictable title.
Did any of us get that right? I think most of us got a half right.
I got Grayson and Theory.
And I got Awesome.
We all got a half right.
Yep.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it wasn't that predictable. It was partial.
Correct.
But anywho, yeah, I don't know. The match just didn't fire it up for me. But we knew it was the coronation of Trick Williams. You can't have Booker T going crazy every damn week.
Oh, yeah, Dad.
Like, you can't have the crowd, whoa, that Trick. Everything was meant for this moment. And as much as I would have loved Carmelo to take it, just to like prolong it just a little bit and swerve the crowd, I was like, this is that feel good moment. And I kind of knew it, and the Trick knee and all that stuff. I'm like, okay, great. But so, yeah, maybe I'm just a hater at
You're
heart.
just a Mello.
Maybe I'm Drew McIntyre.
You're just a Mello.
Maybe I'm Drew McIntyre. I don't know what that was. I wasn't Scotch.
But I did like Mello attacking Trick on NXT last night. Kind of furthering that and like letting him know like Mello's not going anywhere yet.
Mm-hmm.
Where did that happen at? Was that not on my
very
my
end?
That was not on
very,
the
very
YouTube
end,
Shorts edition.
The last thing that happened
sorry.
on NXT.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
That wasn't on my YouTube Shorts.
Mello attacks
much
Trick
ass
and then
shit,
knocks Trick in the Ilya and then proceeds to stomp out Trick and then hold up the NXT title. And he tells Trick that next week you got me in a steel cage. So my hope is that Mello wins that.
I called it.
And then we get Mello, Trick, and Ilya in a triple threat for the NXT title.
Now
like
that
week 2 of spring break-in or whatever the fuck.
Now you cooking, bro. Now you cooking with gasoline. Don't cook with gasoline. That's probably not a good job, but whatever that. I mean to say,
fire.
it's fire.
El Fuego.
Exactly. Yeah. Other than that, what else we have on NXT? We had The Boat versus The Prodigy. They keep throwing it in BA's face. BA's like, The Prodigy? I don't know about that. That's not such a good baby. What was you say? That's not a good heel gimmick. She's like, I'm the Prodigy, motherfucker. He's like,
I don't know, man. I heard Prodigy rap in 2000s and he was not a babyface.
right. Yeah, he said, ain't no such thing as halfway crooks or heels. And he was right. But we had The Boat, fully loaded with the cannons.
Boobs of all time, what?
Yes. Good match.
Very good match.
Roxanne Perez makes me happy. I love her, like, actually doing what she's supposed to do, and the wrestling and the character now match. And then we had some Cholula Spicevic interfere, cost Natty, and now that's going to be some more shenanigans, because I actually like their chemistry together too. Natty is doing a good job putting over the girls and
Whatever you say, whatever you got to do to get Lola Vice on my TV more, I'm all for it. All for it. I just need a Lola Vice, Nikita Lyons, Jada TV. Parker triple threat.
Jada Parker versus
Brinley
Reese. Somebody. Oh, whatever. Reese. That's her name. Do her like football. Reese. What's her name? Brinley. B. Reese. Yeah. Yeah. What a match. I enjoyed both of them immensely. I thought that was actually really fun. And shit, we had some more shit. NXT was lit this week. I was expecting some bullshit, some blah, blah, blah. They kept it moving. They had that shit locked and loaded. It was like, guess what? You about to turn your fucking world upside down, motherfucker. Because then we also had the debut of who?
J. Von Evans, the young OG. The man who said he's bouncy.
He said that.
He
And
was not lying.
He proved that versus Scripps. And him and Scripps had a banger. And I was like, they're not going to let him beat Scripps, right? And they did. So, shout out to them. Good match. Fun times. And Jada Parker had to get her vengeance, so that's why she beat up B-Race. It was great. Man. Outside of that,
BA, any thoughts on Jada Parker? No?
Nope. Moving on, right to
none at all. That's all I just said, man.
Leave all the thoughts to me.
Thank you.
Hey, Jada. No, I'm so sorry. Wrong show, right? But wrong place, wrong time. Lyra Valkyria got turned on. Did not see that coming. That's one of my favorite heel turns.
Tatum
Paxley said.
She's like, I don't need your help, Tatum. I'm okay. Are you?
Are you?
That shit was so funny.
Oh. Can't take the hits no more.
I was like, wow.
That was
in
crazy.
2 seconds, you got me to care about this feud. Bravo. Because I cared nothing about Tatum Paxley.
Yep. And then probably the biggest shocker of the evening, Axiom and Nathan Frazier.
Never slow down in math.
Speed equations is what you just said. Yes. Speed equations versus the Wolf Dogs. It sounds like we're just saying words. Like nothing makes sense.
For real.
Speed equations versus Wolf Dogs.
Worst Mad Lib
and
ever.
The Wolf Dogs. Right. Mathletes versus Ligers or some shit. We end up having a title change. Fantastic match. Nathan Frazier and Axiom take those belts off the Wolf Dogs. It is time for Braun Breaker to go up into that main roster in the sky. And before they could get out 3 words of celebration, they are not Cody, because the final testament has arrived in NXT. BA, how do you feel about this, knowing that you booked it? Because as we know, Watch Crew, we are the culture, ho. Let them know.
I feel like that we spoke this into existence like everything else we do here in this wrestling culture that we continue to weave and code, it seems, as far as this is what it is. So yeah, man, he gotta get his redemption song. Shawn Michaels gotta help him out. Hopefully he cuts some promos. They might let him
cuss
talk.
out a short person.
Not sure. He might have to.
He cuss out Dragunov. I think he can pull that one off.
I I think he could. That could be, and then he could just tell him to wear a long hair wig, and he can be like, "Here, put this gold and black shirt on. I got something to tell you."
I gotta relive my trauma. All wrestling is trauma. It's just therapy. Niggas just trying to work through their pain, fighting the same things over and over again.
Yep.
This will be a different result.
Then he goes give him the whole script of the promo and be like, "I need you to say this starting here. Your line starts here."
And then as soon as he says,
"You know what
ring the
makes
bell,"
me
he
cool?
gets kicked in the face.
They ring the bell. Oh, hands. That's right. Doomsday Saito.
Oh yeah, it's
Oh shit.
Box him in a
Right,
straight jacket.
that's gonna be
Come
funny.
up there. Cross, let him go.
Right.
No, I can't.
I
No
can't.
one will let me let it
He
go.
won't let me. You know
I
what?
can't let him go until I'm
But
over.
It's not Adam. Shut up, Adam. Choking him up. But the Final Testament arrived and beat the holy hell out of Nathan Frazier and Axiom and held up the tag titles. So
AOP has great matches against cruiserweights.
There's that.
So
there's that.
there you go.
I think that title change is inevitable. There's that. And
Yep.
maybe Final Testament hang around in NXT for a while, like BA predicted, literally like 48 hours ago before it happened. So I think that that's what it is, folks.
is this a 1-for-1? Does Final Testament come down? The Good Brothers go back up?
Maybe
No, I
if
think they should have the match together. I think that's actually the perfect house fight that we need to establish them. Like, oh yeah, they no more Good Brethren on our watch. You gotta get your ass.
And then
whipped.
that's how we get Tama Tonga to make his debut, because it'd be 3-on-2 and then Tama Tonga shows up. Full Bullet Club vibes.
I don't know about that.
You think he go to NXT?
I think he only has MLW as his experience.
His friend Adam does need some therapy, so maybe he goes to
That's
SmackDown.
what I'm leaning.
I mean, he can go up there and help Mia Yim, because again, she ain't doing nothing but throwing nothing too sweet and taking L's.
You're not gonna
Pretty
be doing Mia like
I
that.
love Mia Yim.
Or what's her name?
Michin.
Michin. But we will leave any other speculation, spectation, and other Asians that I will not pontificate upon for another week. Because guys, this has been another episode of Let Me Book the Territory. Before you go, take a look at letmebookpod.com/shop. Go get you a t-shirt, go get you a coaster, nice, beautiful coasters of our 100th episode commemorated. It is fucking fantastic. Why not break down your weed or put your drinks on our hard work? We do it for you, ladies and gentlemen. Go get you a t-shirt, go get you a hoodie, go support the gang. You know what I'm saying? But if you fuck with us, that's what we expect you to do. Other than that, shout out to Mumbai Hive. Shout out to other parts of India that is fucking with us. We are spreading like a wildfire in California, baby. Everything else, everything is wrestling, but we are the culture, ho. Now, never forget that. This has been another episode of Let Me Book the Territory, and we are out of here.
What can I say except you're welcome? Fuck your story.